Hi, this is Jenny Clark with Solvability. I'm here in sunny San Diego with Traci Shepps of Cordia Partners. Traci, we're here at the Uninet Champions Conference, and I have met so many people and learned so much. How's it been for you?
It's been great. We're seeing a lot of friendly faces as yourself. Working with our partners, we have great partnership with Uninet. We help each other. And also, some clients and some prospects are here. So it's been great.
There's so many different sessions that I went to, and the one that I really liked was the one you were giving about outsourced accounting. One of the biggest things that I run into in dealing with companies is there's always this we, they versus here's the accountants and here's the program managers, here's the engineers, here's the technical people, and there's a lot of tension there. It's hard to figure out how to work with that. And one of the things I like about outsourced accounting is the accountants aren't right there. You're available remotely, but you're really just delivering the resource and getting the job done. Tell me a little bit about outsourced accounting and why people choose it and how it works.
Yeah, so with outsourced accounting, which is a big part of Cordia's business, we provide the small to mid-sized contractors and professional services companies with the soup to nuts accounting availability. And we can offer everything from transactional accounting to controller, CFO level support, the government contracting compliance. So we're providing basically the whole back office from your accounting function and even into the contract management where we're working with your contract managers. So we don't do the contract management, but we can help, we can bridge the gap in the discussions. So if you have a choice. You can continue as an owner of a company doing the accounting yourself, and you have a lot of missed opportunity there for running your business. You can go to a bookkeeper who will provide you the general debits and credits, or you can come to a professional outsourced provider. If you're not quite ready to hire a whole internal staff, and you can have your whole internal staff where the internal controls are there, the cost accounting expertise is there, the compliance is there, and you have basically buy as you go, the CFO advisory as well.
It makes such a difference to have a team of people that have experience in federal contracting because it takes so long to develop that kind of understanding. I know that I had worked for 5 years with Boeing and I got a job with another small business, and I had never worked with indirect rates, and I'm sure the guy that hired me thought I was an idiot because I kept asking him what fringe was and overhead and G&A. And what is different about using Cordia Partners or a group like that for outsourced accounting is you know exactly what that process is supposed to look like, so you can put it in right the first time and you can answer the questions that the owners need to know about. The other thing that I really like about it is that when you have a system that's set up correctly, you can actually see where you're going to be 90 days out, and that's where you should be managing.
Yes.
So tell me about that. How do you help them with kind of their future planning and their future vision?
Yeah, you're right, because otherwise they're looking in the rearview mirror, right? So we're helping them, we help them build their budget going forward and their forecast. We have just a very deep breadth of expertise with everybody on the Cordia staff. We've all been in industry as either controllers, CFOs, accounting assistants. So, and we've seen many different things, not only from when we were in industry, but we can play off what we learned from other clients. So that's how we help them plan. We talk about what they see, and then any expertise we don't have, we have partners that we work with that we can bring in. So they're getting a wealth of individuals with a lot of experience.
It makes so much difference to me when people ask me a question, and if I don't know, I can send that question out to about 4 or 5 different people. I'll get different answers, but I feel like I'm using my knowledge base and my contacts to be able to get to the right answer that's going to work for that company, and that's where being able to work with teams like this is so valuable to everyone. The other question that I've got is talking about indirect rates and wrap rates.
Yes.
So when I talk to people about wrap rates, they have an idea of what's supposed to be, and then I'll think, but you don't want to change that all the time. You really want to figure out what your wrap rate needs to be to bid on most contracts. And I'm just kind of wondering if you have any just to wrap up, what's your advice to companies for figuring out where they want to be as they grow?
So often we will run a lot of cost benefit, analysis of different rate structures, what makes sense. I've had small clients come to me and they have changed their rate structure for every single contract they bid on, right? And maybe that's okay, but I don't recommend that because it gets confusing. And particularly if you end up with a lot of cost plus contracts or even the T&M cost type reimbursable portions, is keep your rates consistent as you can. Of course, there's exception to everything, right? It always depends. But it helps streamline the whole business, and you're spreading everything over your entire group of contracts so that you are running your business more effectively and you can plan better.
Well, what I've always told people is you want to establish what you think your normal fringe and overhead and G&A are, because I can look at it and say, well, your fringe should be about 30%.
Absolutely.
Your overhead could be anything depending on what type of work you're doing. Your G&A, in my opinion, 8 to 15%. And if you're not fitting into those type of parameters, you're not going to be competitive. So you've got to understand that. The other thing is you're bidding that today. The work that you're getting is probably not going to come in for 6 to 12 months. And you might be building a 5-year contract, and you've got to be able to maintain those rates, or else you're not going to get your planned profit.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, there's so much pressure on the low bid effects of the government that
Right.
I've had agencies now, they tell my clients they can't have anything above a 5% for G&A. And from
Oh
the
my
world you
gosh.
and I've come from, it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, it's a very competitive world out there. The key is to understand the market and to work with professionals that really can help you move your company forward. So I'm really glad that I got to talk to you today, Tracy, and look forward to talking some more in the future.
Thank you, Jenny, very much.
All right, bye-bye.